died when he was just 13. His father was strict and brutal. Without that strong influence to keep him in school, he dropped out at the age of 15. Then he went to go out and live his dream as an artist. At age 18, his mother died of cancer. Living his dreams failed as soon as he was rejected from Vienna Academy of Arts. As a result, he had to live in a doss house with tramps. From then on, he was convinced that it was a Jewish professor who had rejected his artwork. He was also convinced that a Jewish doctor had been responsible for his mother's death. One of the jobs he did was clearly shown bound past of beautiful townhouses in Vienna, where he thought only Jews lived. By 1910, his mind had become warped and his hatred of the Jews, known as anti-Semitism, had become set.
World War II. Adolf Hitler was the cause of World War II. By July 1932, Hitler had enough support to run for president of Germany. He lost to Paul von Hindenburg. On January 30th, 1933, Hindenburg appointed Hitler as Chancellor of Germany. Within a year and a half, Hindenburg died, and Hitler was able to take over both the position of president and chancellor, and combined into one position of supreme power. After legally gaining power in Germany, Hitler quickly began to put all those that disagreed with him into concentration camps. Since the world was very sensitive about starting another world war, Hitler was able to annex Austria in 1938 without a single battle. But when his forces entered Poland in August 1939, the world could no longer stand aside and watch. World War II had begun. With the cover of the World War II, the Nazis were able to create an elaborate and intensive system to work Jews as slaves and kill them. This was later known as the Holocaust. Hitler is considered the most evil, infamous person in history because of the Holocaust.
The end of the Holocaust and of Hitler. The Holocaust ended when World War II ended. Allied forces defeated Germany and then took over. Hitler committed suicide and then the Nazis surrendered. They let go of the Jewish prisoners and surviving Jews from concentration camps. Hitler died April 30th, 1945. He was with his newlywed wife, his doctor, and his 6 children and his other staff. Hitler told his doctor that he wanted to commit suicide so that he wouldn't be captured, tortured, and killed. He wanted a painless death. It is to believe that Hitler asked his doctor for a pill he would take for him to die peacefully and feel no pain. Before departing, he said his farewells and wrote his last will. Then Hitler took his wife with him to his study. Later that afternoon, and shut the door. A few people said to have heard a gunshot, but many others hadn't. Before his suicide, he was given orders for his wife's body and his to be burned, so that the army capturing him wouldn't have a parade and show his dead body off in the streets. After burning the bodies, the doctor gave his kids, him and his wife, the pill to commit suicide. There was no person alive to have really witnessed and known the truth about Hitler's death. There's so many rumors and myths, but no one can really be sure of what really happened behind closed doors.